We had Omar here too, and he was like basically, feeling that you had pushed him a lot too hard. And I mean, I don't understand how there can be any type of, I don't know, like any type of animosity if you get pushed to become a world champion. I mean, you know what I mean? It's really weird for me to understand why he would have some sort of, animosity towards you because you pushed him so hard.
I did push him hard, but he played every sport.
Yeah.
I mean, there's parents out there, believe me. Omar would eat whatever he wanted to eat. Omar would have started fighting at 126. He started fighting at 135 because he didn't want to do the discipline to eat. So, okay. He wanted to play basketball. I was front row Joe watching him play basketball.
Supportive.
Baseball. I guided him. I trained him. Coached him since I have pictures, baby. Man, he was super great. I would live baseball through him. I live boxing through my boys. And even friends of mine tell, man, this kid is something else.
But you know what? The story of this story that we're talking about, it just doesn't happen. It happens a lot. I mean, like the Michael Jackson, the Jackson family, the father. I mean, Selena's dad. I mean, they're always like they push him too hard, and then they become super famous and successful. And it seems that there seems to be something wrong with the way they were pushed. And I don't understand that. I mean, it's like if you go to the military, they're going to push you to become the best you can ever be. And do you get out and say, no, man, the military, I hated them because they did this to me or they pushed me too hard? No, I would imagine that you'd be appreciative of getting pushed to the limit to where you were or became the biggest in the world, I mean, pero it's interesting, the mindset and dynamic. But then again, Brandon was also talking about how lonely it is to be in boxing because you do have to lose focus of everything else and just focus on you and the fight.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you don't, you're going to get beat up in the ring. There's another guy that wants to do it.
Yeah. And so, I guess as a manager, I did the right thing. I got the correct opponents for them. I would get discuss the purse that we're gonna get paid, and I would ask for what my kids were, their value.
Mm-hmm.
So we went directly with Al Heyman. So we didn't sign with no local promoter. We went straight with the big boys.
Mm-hmm.
And if we would have signed with someone here, then this guy would have taken a percentage, and then the other one, and then,
Yeah.
But I went directly with Al Heyman.
I was shocked when I saw him fight and you weren't in his corner anymore, Omar's. And, I don't know what had happened. He decided, I know he mentioned something about it here when we were interviewing, but that must have really hurt you a lot, no?
It did, but if he thought I was the best for him, I let him go. I mean, I was always after Omar because he wouldn't do things right. I didn't want for him to get hurt. And this sport is about, getting hurting your opponent.
Yeah.
And if Omar would have had more discipline, man, he would be unstoppable.